What's going on? It's your boy Cloud9 Reacher at K9R Fit Camp. So I was talking to one of my best friends the other day who's at the moment struggling with what she wants to do in her life. She sat me down like, Kyron, you're 25 and you're still young and you've got your business growing and you're doing so well, entrepreneur. But I'm in my early 30s and I've got a near teenage son. I'm working a great job and I'm making some good money, but I'm miserable. Now the job she works in is high firm. I'm not gonna go into it, but she's making some dope money and working for some serious people, meeting some people on a day-to-day basis, like the people you see on TV. Yeah, that's what she's basically seeing. So I'm like, why are you so miserable? You get to go on holiday 4 times a year. For me, it's like every 4 years. She tells me, it's not what I want to do, Kyron. Like I'm bored and I'm not stimulated. Not get me wrong, the job's great, but it's not what I want to do for the rest of my career. But I don't know what I want to do for my career. So I had a deep think about this and I came to realize that, number one, we all know that although money may make the world go round, it does not always grant happiness. Number two, you don't need to know what you have to do in order to find your career path and be happy. You just need to put in 100% in what you're currently doing. Motivation, give 100% and I'll become successful. Yeah, no. I'm not just talking about your career, I'm talking about life in general. Right, example, we've got a 28-year-old dude, works in Sainsbury's, night shift, 5 days per week. He has a 4-year-old child, single parent, mother died, still lives at home with his mum. After work, he takes his daughter to school, he sleeps during the day, wakes up, picks his daughter back up from school, gets ready for work again. Doesn't really get that much sleep, but his daughter is his why. On the weekends, he likes to spend time with his daughter as much as possible, taking her out to different restaurants in London as they both love to fill up their belly. He's quite tech savvy as well. Some may call him a little geek. He loves video games and sneakers, although he can't really buy any video games or sneakers. He's got to take care of a little baby girl. All right, let's pause here. I'm giving you all these points about this guy in particular because some of you guys will hear motivation, but then still try and find reason and excuse as to why it's the hardest for you and why you're exempt in becoming the best version of yourself. Trapping ain't the option for him either. He'd rather not go jail because he's got a baby girl and he needs to be there for her. He thought he'd leave the gangster life for Narcos and GTA. So what does he do? Well, he knows him and his daughter like to visit different restaurants in London, so he captures the memories on photo and video. He gives a little quick review of the place out of 10 and chucks it on Instagram. Sorry, I had to adjust my camera. As you can see, they got the board out because they got Crash in the back. So now, so if you hear any kids and that, you know the reason why. Own place soon come, own place soon come. As I was saying, so what does he do? As for work, he suggests to his manager that they do a little event for charity, a little golden ticket riddle hunt. Find the riddles, receive the gift card. And he does this, sets us up on his night shift. It raises money for charity and makes his work a little bit more interesting. Long story short, the charity event didn't work. Yeah, most Londoners ain't got the time or can be bothered to run around looking for riddles in the supermarket. We've got to get our own shopping. Plus, after a whole month of being on Instagram, he didn't receive that many followers. Chicken Connoisseur kinda already done what he's trying to do now. However, his manager at work really likes his idea and asked him to do another charity event. Plus, his work colleagues like his Instagram page. They ask him to produce more content, which he delivers even though his fan base is only his work colleagues. Note this, because a lot of you guys are so caught up in trying to impress the world that you can't even recognize your own current fan base. Not everyone will like your work. Anyway, cut a year down the line and he's made a tremendous amount of following on YouTube and Instagram simply by producing and being consistent with the content he is putting out there. His daughter is now 5 and they're both influencers on Instagram. Both of them. He don't even have to buy his daughter clothes anymore, let alone out of season stuff. All these companies holler at him and they're like, oh, can you wear this for us? Don't worry, you can keep the clothes. We just want you to wear it and show the public that you're wearing it. Boom, win-win. Him and his daughter is getting taken care of, ain't even spending a penny. As for work, he left Sainsbury's and started planning events for sports and comic relief. Plus, he no longer has to work nights. Okay, what am I getting at here? A lot of you are at a position where you're working boring jobs and then trying to amp your lifestyle by doing some crazy fun things in the short amount of time you have on the weekends or the one day off that you do have. Which is cool if you're content with just doing that on a day-to-day, but most of you get frustrated because it's a constant cycle of the same thing. It's kind of like your wheels are just spinning. You're putting enough rev, but you're not really going anywhere. People can hear your engine, but you're not going anywhere. People can see your car, but you're not going anywhere. So I'm asking you to try and think outside of the box in terms of your current situation and how you can work it to help others and also entertain yourself and others at the same time. Yeah. I was listening to a great speaker called Miles Monroe about successful people and problem solving, and he said,
can I suggest to you then that you were created to solve a problem? Now, let me just say this very quickly. You were born to solve a problem, and you are God's response to a need that He created. In other words, you are the answer to a question God knew they would ask in your generation. Everyone came to earth to manage a problem, to solve a problem for humanity. You exist because you are the fulfillment of one of God's desires. You are the assignment in your generation. I was born to solve a problem in the world. So were you. I'm not better than you. I'm not a superior. I just found my problem. And my job is to help you find your problem. You were not born just to make a living, pay bills, and die. You were born to actually solve a problem on earth. And you are the solution. By the way, you get paid for the problems you solve. Write that down quick. You see, you don't work really for money, you work for solutions. And then people pay you for solutions. Once you find the problem, you found your wealth. Say with me, I am necessary. Say it loud. Shout it loud. In other words, you are not a mistake. You came to earth and we need you. Whatever you carry, we need. We have to help you find it though. You were born to solve a problem. And if you never find that problem, the problem still exists. The graveyard is filled with people who never solved the problem they were born to solve. One of my major jobs in life is to help you find it.
Back in the studio is now back. So yeah, baby them was crying in the background when I was doing this vlog. So yeah, no one want to hear that. All right, so here's what I want you to do. Number one, I want you to find something productive that you can do that can help and entertain people at the same time. So if you love to eat, don't be greedy, share them recipes, let us know how you did it. If you love to party, give reviews and take photos, hold your own party. If you're funny, make people laugh by doing skits. Do something that people can laugh at and also learn something from at the same time. Number two, be consistent. Now I'm not telling you that it's going to be easy, but don't just give up when it gets too hard or when you can't be bothered to do it. For when it becomes difficult, that means you are on the verge of breaking it into something big or it breaking you into something mediocre. And execute like you execute. You give 100%, not 70, not 80, not 85, 90, 95, 96, 99%, 100% every single time. Execute, execute, execute. Even if it means you're up late or you gotta get up early or you lose a few friends, you're broke for a few months, you lose your boyfriend, lose your girlfriend, you execute. I don't care what they're telling you, right? I don't care what show they're going to go see, what film they're gonna go watch. Everyone's meeting up to go in the park and chill and eat food and smoke and everything. You got to execute. You got things to do. Get them done. All right, because when you succeed, people be coming to you, baby. People be coming to you and be like, how can I do it? Let me chill with you, let me jam with you. See, the funny thing about success, it tends to have that certain point where everything seems to be failing and going hard and going worse for you, thinking that you can't make it. That's how the devil works, do you know what I mean? Because when you're so close to succeeding, the devil's like, nope, I'm gonna put everything in front of him. I'm gonna put everything in front of her. She ain't getting to this point. She ain't succeeding. Now I'm gonna make it hard for her, but you have to prevail, you have to push through. You keep pushing through and giving 100%, soon enough your execution will produce results. Don't worry about where you are or where you wanna be, or even if you don't know where you wanna be right now, just make sure wherever you are at, give 100% in whatever you are doing. If you're an accountant, make sure you're the best accountant in that firm. You work in McDonald's, you make sure you're the best employee, you treating customers to the best of your ability, you making sure that they're getting optimum treatment. Hell, if you're homeless, become the best homeless person you can be. Make sure everyone knows you in your area. Not because you are asking everyone, Tom, Dick and Harry for money every day, but because you are out grinding every single day. The first thing that comes to their head is not you being homeless. The first thing that comes to their head that you grind. Like you going out and you going to random people, you telling them stories, speaking to people, giving motivation. You going to different shops and asking them if there any way you can do to help them. You're not even asking for things back. You're not even asking for money back. You just want to do something. You're eager to give and not waiting to receive. You do this and your calling to your path of success will be opened up to you within no time. Crystal clear. I'm Cloud9 Reacher, this is K9R Fit Camp, and I'll holler at you guys next time, some motivational talks. Peace! So there's three elements here, and here's what, so there's three. Number one, don't cry. Bear crying. Just gonna wait and sit this out. Come on, man.